Glad to see you back for more. And if it's your first time, stay tuned for facts, action, insight, and a smoke flavor-filled podcast. It's All Day with JJ. Let's get into it. Man, it's a pleasure to be back on the pod, guys. For those of you checking in, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we appreciate you for joining in. We actually got a pretty exciting episode. Another cool guest, actually, one of my good buddies, my homeboy Kojo. We actually shot one before today, but I didn't like the lighting. I didn't like how it turned out, so we had to bring him to the actual crib, man. Bring him to the spot. Actually, get a little bit of a rendition of, just how life has been going, bro, and just we like to chop it up about sports, family atmosphere, the nature, the genuine, what I'm saying, everything, all of that. So welcome back to the All Day with JJ podcast platform, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and always share the content. So first and foremost, man, Kojo, let me go ahead and just give you the floor, bro. Anything you want to say, man?
So my name is Kojo. My real name is Corbin, but everybody call me Kojo. That's my nickname. Shit. Me and Justin going way back since the college days.
On me, the LSU times, brother.
Hell
on
yeah.
me, facts.
Shit, where we met at? We met
I was just about to say it. Okay, so we came into college at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Came into LSU as freshmen, and we kind of met on some. We was playing flag football together.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Our freshman year, we was on the same flag football team because this was right before I started playing for real, and we was actually kind of decent. Shout out to my dog Tyron. Shout out to a couple of my other dogs. We was straight, bro.
Yeah, for real.
We was decent. Kojo had the Georgia Connect. We out, for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who do know, we're out here in Atlanta. He's back home in the nature of the woods, so had to bring him in, but had the Georgia Connect. He played a little bit of cornerback for us.
Yeah.
On a flag football deal, but then I also remember you were studying becoming a weatherman and stuff like that. And to me, that was the first time I had ever heard anything associated with weren't like weatherman, TV show, journalism, anything like that to that capacity. And your major was actually low key something legit, something serious.
Yeah, it's an actual.
So
major.
what was your major though?
So the full name is Coastal Environmental Science with a concentration in coastal meteorology.
Coastal meteorology. What do you even like? Give me a quick elevator pitch on that.
So coastal meteorology is basically just meteorology, but near the coast. So we focus more so on coastal weather. So
okay,
Louisiana, Texas.
Panhandle. Would you have been one of those people that chased tornadoes?
Oh hell yeah, for
you
sure.
Would definitely chase.
That's on my bucket list. Yeah,
you're crazy. You would still, if you had the opportunity right now, you do that.
Hell yeah,
you're crazy.
Hell yeah, this is the perfect time right now too. It's tornado season.
Are you not afraid of casualties? You're not afraid of
Well, see, with the technology we have now, we got drones and shit, so we don't gotta get too close. I just want to see it with my own eyes. I ain't trying to get close.
Okay, so what's too close? If you want to see it with your own eyes, give me proximity. How close?
Well, if you think about it, the places where we're going to be going to see these things, it's going to be flat. So you could probably see these things from miles away. So I'm guessing, a few miles away.
But what's the danger zone, though? If you got a crazy, let's just say, either a low-grade hurricane or a crazy tornado, how close can you get to the eye without being hit? Or basically captured?
So if you doing an F1,
See, I don't even know what any of this is.
So the tornado scales goes by F1, F2, F3, F4, F5.
Okay.
So the highest one is a 5 and the lowest one is a 1, of course.
I feel like I might have heard this before. I feel like, hey, if y'all call me out, I'm not stupid. Okay, keep going.
So an F1, I mean, honestly, you wouldn't want to be too close to any of them because they all can cause damage. An F1 is the weakest one, so it's going to probably, knock down some trees, knock down power lines, might damage your roof or whatnot, might damage your car or whatnot. But an F5, and depending on the strength of the F5, because we've had some that have been in the width, miles.
Yeah. Wow.
So that really just would depend on the tornado and the strength of how close you really can get. But trust me, I will definitely be having like some kind of drone situation to where we can go fly that bit way out there to where the tornado is. You can use
the drone to kind of probe and I can check that bad boy out.
I can see it from a distance with my eyes. I can get up close with the drone.
So you think that stuff is cool though, interesting?
Oh hell yeah. That movie Twister, they had a new edition come out not too long ago, but the old one came out when we were kids or before we were even born.
You watched that?
At first it scared me.
I feel like Twister was just on. I feel like I was just seeing it on cable TV, like maybe a couple
it comes
days
on
ago,
TV
actually.
all the time.
Facts.
Come on TV all the time.
Facts. Respectable.
Yeah.
Good cable show. Good cable movie.
Bruh. Sundays, they got all the movies on Sundays.
On the couch. If you're on the couch on Sunday, I got kids now. Let the kids go play. Put the Twister on the TV, man. Get you some hot dogs. I know you ain't cooking on Sunday.
For real.
Unless you got church. Well, that's crazy, man. I appreciate you for kind of diving into a different reality, if you really want to call it what it is. Mm-hmm. When you look at the weather, when you look at coastal meteorology, right?
Yeah, I mean, most people, it's not going after the weather for a major or whatnot. Most people.
Okay.
You have your weather geeks out there that will go for a meteorology degree, but, most people are not trying to go for the weather.
How big, okay, so LSU Connect, how big were your class? Okay, because, so I was... Like gen ed classes we were at least having around, you could have anywhere. If you were in biology in the big Cox building, you could have like 800 people there.
Yeah.
But then you could also have like, what was the math building called?
Lockett.
You could also have Lockett where you still might have
like 100 to 200 kids.
Mm-hmm. So in your major specific, how big was your college, I guess?
So my college wasn't really the big. It's definitely not the biggest college.
Right.
Probably.
Like, how many would you say would be in like your class or like your specific year?
So from the year when I graduated, at that time, I think it was just 3 or 4 of us.
That's insane. For those of you who don't know, I believe LSU's enrollment, when we were there, LSU's undergraduate enrollment was about 30,000, brother. Mm-hmm. I think they might be at like 35 right now, or maybe more because of all the notoriety with our sports and stuff we receive.
Yeah.
3 year, I thought I was like doing environmental engineer, and we had 40 people in our. I'm like, we're small.
Yeah.
3 to 4, that's smaller than HBCU, fam.
Yeah, that's small.
So. Well, did you enjoy that? Did you like that?
I liked it because the faculty was a lot more personable with the students.
Direct, hands-on, genuine, probably.
Exactly. You can go to them if you need anything, and they, there's not too many students, so they'll make sure they work with you to help you out.
Facts. Look, I'm gonna do something I've never done on the pod. I'm gonna make sure we're still filming. A little unprofessional, but it's been a while since we hopped on here, so we gotta make sure everything is good and kosher.
A little rusty.
Okay, for sure. So this is what I kind of want to ask you, because I mean, everybody who taps in, we know this is a sports pod, right? This is what we do. We come over here. I like perspectives, opinions, but I do have a family and friends sector. I do have a family and friends chapter you can dive into. Shout out to my dog Stipe. Hopefully you're still listening to the pod, but I have to ask you right now, Kojo, with the NBA playoffs going on. I mean, I promised a lot of people that I was going to do a coverage of the NFL playoffs, NFL Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Fatherhood happened, right?
Yep,
I'm going to take the rain check on that. Pays to be with the kids. Shout out to that. But right now in the NBA playoffs, you've got the Pacers, the Knicks, the Timberwolves, and the Thunder.
Yep.
From what you've seen on social media, coupled with TNT right now, we got the game on in the background for those of you who are looking YouTube from a depiction standpoint. What do you like, and who do you think you would pick right now if you were a betting man to win it all?
So I'm rooting for the Timberwolves because I just like Ant.
You love that. You love the atmosphere he brings to the game.
Yeah,
I respect that. I like that too.
I like that dog in him, and he don't really give a fuck about like who you are.
He doesn't.
And he's just gonna play his game.
He's true to his game, which is huge.
Exactly.
True to his game all the time, every time.
The Thunder, they've been doing their thing the whole year and whatnot. They got the MVP.
Deep, dude.
Yeah.
They're young and they are rangy, deep. I hate to be honest. I think they might have the Wolves. I think they might got the Timberwolves, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched the game the other night. You know.
I will say, you know, they're trying to say that Ant might be the Damian Lillard, the Allen Iverson, you got to make it to the championship to be the Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson style. But they're saying he might be the Damian Lillard of our population, possibly the Derrick Rose style. Okay. Where he's a MVP caliber athlete, brings a lot of buzz to the NBA, but he will never be able to get over the conference finals hump. Yeah. And you know, Jason Williams, he's an analyst, ESPN. He said he thinks that we as a community that supported the NBA, we might have just prematurely supported Ant as like the next face of the league, which he still kind of is, but people say he might need some help. Either way, I still think he still can get a championship. Yeah. So I'm glad to hear that. I mean, but you play football, of course, because we played the flag football. Did you play any other sports back in the day?
I played, actual tackle football, and I ran track in high school.
You played actual tackle. So you went to you from Georgia, right?
Yeah, I'm from Georgia.
So you played actual tackle high school and you ran track.
Yeah.
What did you do in track?
I ran the 100, the 400, the 4x4, and the 4x1.
What was your best event?
The 400.
What was your 400 time?
Shit, I don't remember, but I got a couple medals. That's all that matter.
I guess that's respectable. That's one way to look at it. Respectable. You got a couple medals. That's all that matters. Was it a team effort or was it a Corbin effort?
It was a team effort for sure. That was on the
4x4?
I don't remember the event, but there's like a long distance first, and then I think I had the last leg, which was the 400, and by that time the couple dudes before me had lap people. So I was just coasting that last 400.
So you were the anchor, basically.
Yeah, I was the anchor, and shit, we got a gold medal from that shit.
Was this at like regionals? This was at state? Was this at a tournament?
This was at regionals.
Okay. How is Georgia State track? Do you remember?
Oh, them motherfuckers fast. Them motherfuckers is fast.
I will say I'm from Texas. I don't think they're touching Texas speed.
Sure, I don't know.
I just seen a clip on social media.
I ain't touching their speed, so of course I ain't touching Texas speed.
Well, I'm just talking about it. I just seen a clip of the Texas, I think it was 6A state finals, and the average 100-meter dash was under a 10 flat. It was like a 9.98.
That's crazy.
Like the winner just broke the record, and I'm like, bro, 9.9. Cats were not running this in the 1920s, but they were also running on dirt. Not necessarily a true track. Didn't have the spikes, technology. But man, that's interesting, bro. I appreciate the perspective on the Timberwolves. Is there anything else like I would say? What do you do in your day to day? Do you keep up with sports? Do you keep up with anything athletics wise? Or you more so just a vibe out, you TV show, cool in like. What's Kojo doing on a regular daily basis, brother? On a Saturday. How about that? Saturday.
So right now it's Formula 1 season. So
I forgot. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take a complete 180 switch, right? Because I forgot that you were tied into Formula. Because you're one of my few homeboys that's tied into Formula 1, right? Shout out to my St. Mars homeboy Adam Merchant. I hope you're tuned in. I know you're tuned in as well. He's a crazy racer as well.
Word? That's what's up.
Yes, sir, because you kind of got me on a little Netflix show.
Yeah. That's where it all started for me.
Let's talk about Formula 1 from Kojo's perspective. How you feel? Who's your favorite racer right now? Because were you a Lewis Hamilton guy?
Still am.
Exactly. See, I'm tied into everything. It don't matter what it is. I actually, for everybody tuning in right now, shout out to my boy Big 50. The new single, other known as New Location. If you like it or you want to subscribe to his content, check the links in below.
I've been steady patient, but I just need to know when I land up in your city, who I hit to get them bows. We gon' meet somewhere in the middle. I ain't dropping folks no lows. I just know what I know, little nigga, so I ain't going out like no hoe. And I know what I know, little nigga, so I ain't going out like lil' bro. Might just dip off in that pool, new city, a new location. Babe, we finna take a trip, just pack for all occasions.
Coming right back. If you want to check him out, I got some links down below. Whether it's Spotify, YouTube, just go ahead and scroll down below. Check out his new latest edition. One of the hottest right now. Next on the come up. But let's bring it back to Kojo. I had to do a quick little shout out to my dog 50.
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, Formula One racing. Lewis Hamilton. Give me a little bit of background on how you got into Formula One, what you like about it, and then just the basics of the sport.
So, I got into Formula One watching that Netflix documentary called Drive to Survive.
I'm about to say, what Drive to Survive?
Yeah.
What was the name? Drive to Survive, for sure.
So
check
that's
that
where
out.
it started. And then, us being black men, I saw Lewis Hamilton. He's a black man.
Love that.
The only
Love
black
that.
man in Formula One. So, of course, you kind of gravitate towards him. And then this motherfucker was winning 7 back-to-back championships.
He was hard.
So, like,
Respectable.
I was like, all right, this nigga's the Tom Brady of Formula One.
Why are we taking over another thing?
Exactly. So
Love that.
that's how I got into it. And then, of course, I was, I followed Mercedes because that's where Lewis Hamilton was at the time. Now he's at Ferrari. I'm not necessarily a Ferrari fan, but, I still do root for Lewis.
So you said he was at Mercedes originally. Yeah. So, okay, see, that's one thing that I feel like, well, take some time to chop into the basics. I feel like, okay, as a regular sports fanatic or regular sports fan, we look at things like maybe even the Derby or the Indy 500 that's happening this weekend. This episode will probably be dropping around that time. When you look at sports and singular sports like racing, jumping from places like Mercedes to Ferrari, is he changing brands? Did he fall out? Was it like a contract to retreating Mercedes, Ferrari like Cowboys, Eagles?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Basically. That's like, it's like kind of like Tom Brady going to the Bucks.
Good little respect. I love that.
Well, I'm not going to equivalent the Bucks to being like Ferrari.
Right.
But that's
Ferrari's equatable to like Kansas City, probably.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. But instead of, I would say more so like New England, because they've got some history, possibly.
Yeah.
The Bills, old days.
Yeah.
Potentially. Just trying to do some cross platform comparison. Okay, so he's been with Ferrari. How long has he been with Ferrari,
This is his first year.
First year.
Yeah, first season.
And they usually, correct me if I'm wrong, they usually have like a star or like a starter, and they have like a backup, right?
Well, so in Formula One, you have 10 teams, and each team has 2 drivers.
So 20 total. Oh, you got it. 20, best 20 in the world.
Exactly. So it's very competitive. So with Ferrari, they have 2 drivers. Of course, you got Lewis Hamilton as one driver, and they have Charles Leclerc as the second driver. So right now, I think Charles is driver number 1 and then Lewis is driver number 2, because I don't think they do. Team orders with Ferrari. I think they do team orders with Ferrari. The only team I don't think does team orders is McLaren, because they just kind of let their drivers just drive or whatever.
McLaren. I feel like one of my homeboys told me that McLaren is relatable almost to like a Porsche, high grade Porsche.
Yeah.
I feel like I would definitely love a McLaren as far as my next sports car.
Yeah.
Would you? So out of everything, is Ferrari your favorite just because of Lewis Hamilton, or?
Nah. So right now I don't have a favorite team anymore. I was, a Mercedes fan, but now that Lewis isn't there, I mean, I still root for them. I just want good racing, because the last couple of seasons it has been dominated by Red Bull.
Is Red Bull ran by the new Young Buck?
No, the new Young Buck is on Mercedes, right?
Okay, so that's the guy who was he was the backup, and now he's the.
No, so the Young Buck was in Formula 4, I think F4 maybe.
Okay, and then he came into the
F1.
Mercedes role.
Yeah.
Is that why they got rid of Lewis Hamilton?
No, Lewis left.
So he just left on his own accord.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me some other big names as to why, because you say you just want to watch good racing. So what's considered good racing? Like, what's a regular race look like? What?
So
are you this deep into it?
I like action. I like to see a little drama, a little spectacle in a race. Make it exciting. It is, it is a form of entertainment at the end of the day. So I want to be entertained.
So what's drama? Like, what's?
Maybe a crash here and there, a couple bumps, safety car, something that's going, shake up the balance of the race, change the balance.
Throw some people off the pattern.
Exactly, because the race. So this race this weekend is the Monaco Grand Prix. So there's not too much overtaking on this track, because it's pretty much straightforward. It's a street circuit. took the streets and made into a track.
Right.
So there's not too many areas to where you can overtake. So most people, the position where they qualify in and they start in, it's the position they're gonna probably most likely end the race in. So I like to see.
That's what's different about racing is the aspect of like holding positions. You're just trying to move 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah.
That'll help your rankings. And I'm like, in a regular video game, you're trying to get first.
See, but like in Formula One, you can have those drastic changes.
Right.
If you have a safety car, if you have a red flag or a yellow flag, you have these different scenarios that can change the balance of the race and the outcome of the race. You can have a person start in the back, maybe like at 13, and then they finish the race in maybe like 5th or 6th,
right?
Or you can have someone that starts like 11th and finishing the top on podium. You just never know.
So it's podium with 3?
Yeah, the top 3.
Top 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they race every Sunday, right?
So they have weekends. So the drivers get there.
Yeah, tap into that while
Yeah.
log back into this bad boy.
So you have weekends. So you have the drivers and the teams. I believe they get there on Wednesdays on whatever destination they're at. Thursdays, Wednesdays or Thursdays. Fridays is usually when they have their first practice. So they have free practice 1, free practice 2. I think they might have a free practice 3. I'm not 100% sure, but I know they have 1 and 2. Then you have qualifying is on Saturday mornings or whatever time zone it would be here.
Right.
You have qualifying on Saturday. If you have a sprint, some weekends we have what is called a sprint. A sprint race is basically just an additional race in the weekend. They just add it just for more spectacle.
How long are these races lasting?
It depends on the location. Some races, the laps might be like 60 something laps. Some might be 50 something laps. Some might be 70 something laps.
So an average race would take what, at least a couple hours?
Yeah, it's gonna probably take about hour and a half to 2 hours for sure.
And you're doing 60 laps on the same track.
You got pit stops in there.
You think you could be a racer?
I don't know, cause it's not just racing, because you got the G forces that's going,
Yeah, that's when you see them training and the jawline be all locked up and all the craziness.
Yeah, it's like you basically like a fighter pilot, as a racer, cause you going through similar G forces. I said similar, not exact, similar G forces.
Well, I'm just thinking it's like, okay, but how many so if you're doing 60 laps though, are you going through a G-force 60 times?
Well, think about it.
Because someone can be very compressed. Like when you look at the amount of impact and force it has on the body, there's no way a body can withstand that for years at a time. Doing it that well, I guess if you train for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not the biggest guys in the world. They're not the thickest guys in the world. They're not,
But they're the perfect for the sport.
Exactly.
But they're the best 20 out of 8 billion.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Exactly.
How much money? What are their So what's Lewis Hamilton's contract? Like, what's the money look like for these guys? What are they making?
I don't know. Let's look that up.
Yeah, look that up right quick, because I'm thinking.
Let's see what he signed with Ferrari.
But I'm just thinking for you to be actually in racing, because I'm thinking of like NASCAR. Like I want to say the Bushes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one of them has the son, and he's been racing since he was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
So if you really want you gotta have at least a little bit of the capital investment, the money.
$60 million annually.
I'm gonna probably throw a sound effect in there right there. Okay, so if y'all just heard a sound effect, 60, how much?
60 million a year. That's what he signed.
How many races are there though? 10 teams. How many times you race? 3. You got 52 weeks in a year. How many weeks you racing?
I think you're racing 25 of those weekends.
Oh, you're tired.
Yeah, I think
you're around the world too, huh?
Yeah, you're around the world. Different time zones. I mean, you do have breaks. You have a summer break and you have a winter break. But I mean, they're racing pretty much every weekend.
No, that's crazy. It's this is why I like to do just at a side hustle, just for fun with the homies.
the podcast All Day with JJ, because it's like, okay, boom, we was literally before the pod, yo. We was honestly saying, okay, what do we want to discuss? What do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I got the sports sector, family and friends side as well, but the aspect of the Formula One, I wasn't even ready for it. And I'm glad we brought that up. I'm glad we actually got to dive into that, because that's something I really don't know too much about. I feel like the average viewer, I wonder, do you gamble on it?
I don't. We can't gamble here in Georgia.
Well, yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I don't know. Disregard. We might cut that. We might have to cut that. If you're listening, close your ears. Actually, rewind this 10 seconds, close your ears, and press play.
Mm-hmm.
In general, okay. Coach, we appreciate you for that perspective, brother. That spin on that, Formula One racing, because I feel like me as somebody who just likes sports in general, just loves competition. When you learn different aspects of, like, okay, you can see just like with hockey players, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to my homeboy Doc. We just had a episode on the Stars. It was quite some time ago, actually. Doesn't matter. Go check into that. I think it was actually about a year ago. It doesn't matter. It's a good episode where we kind of dive into the basics and the principles of hockey. But when you look at the multitude and the aspects of just sports in general, you can understand why we love it, right?
Yeah.
So I guess now I feel like me specifically, I would like to probably find a weekend because they had like the Grand Prix was in Miami or something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before last, but it was within, I think it was 2 weeks.
Okay, because I was about to say I just seen something like that, and I was like, that's something I would definitely love to check in. Crazy, this game is going crazy. We got the game on in the background, insane right now, and I think it might be. Oh, he just fouled him. Anyways, getting back to it. Well, Kojo, man, is life going well? Social life going good, bro? All that going well for you?
Life is going good right now, man. Just been working, grinding,
doing the classic things. Any future aspirations? Anything that you have? Like, do you have a 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plan right now? Like, give me where do you want to be in 5 years?
Shit, in 5 years. Well, honestly, bro, that is a great question. Honestly,
you can still be contemplating, pondering, thinking on you feel me? It doesn't matter.
But like, honestly, in this day and age here in our country right now, the current climate of everything, who knows what things will look like in 5 years?
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's a great answer. Great political answer as well. Yeah. Great political answer. For sure. Well, okay. Let me go ahead and ask you, I guess, a few sports questions. I kind of like to do that with some guests that come on. Mm-hmm. Usually about 3 to 5 questions just off the top of my head. Give me your top answers, whatever you think of at the moment.
Yeah.
Any sport you could be professional in, what would it be?
Golf.
Why golf?
It's a difficult sport.
Definitely is. Definitely not rewarding and can be at the same time.
Exactly.
For sure.
But you're just out on the green.
Longevity, but you got to be, it's professional.
Yeah.
Longevity. I love that. I think that might be the first person we've had on the pod who said golf. Ooh, tough shot. Ooh. Wow. Looks like the Knicks are about to go down 0-2. Sheesh. Well, in general, okay, get back to the pod. I'll ask you 2 more questions. Okay, so golf. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite sport to watch?
Formula One.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then if you could own a Formula One team, what brand would you be?
If I can own a Formula One team.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, which one would it be? Honestly, what I would do is I would probably buy a team and then switch the brand of the team to probably something American.
What would you... Okay, so you look at it, what would you do? Ford? Chevrolet?
Probably Ford.
I can mess with a Model T. I can mess with a Ford.
Ford is the only one that's beaten a Ferrari. That's American.
What are the other American competitors?
There are none. They got Dodge, I guess.
It's Dodge. Dodge could be decent. I feel like Dodge could be a nice mid-range player.
Yeah.
Nice little mid-range. Give you 10 to 12.
Have you ever seen Ford versus Ferrari?
That's a movie, right?
Yeah.
I have not, but I've heard it's rated probably the best racing movie.
Yeah. So I pick Ford because they know what to do. Well, at least they have the history of knowing what to do.
They have what we call scar tissue.
Exactly.
They've been in the playoffs.
Exactly.
They've been there before. Well, this is what I like to do. Kind of like after I ask, a couple of questions involving sports and, just kind of hot round heaters or something like that. I give you the platform, bro. I give you the space. Is there anything you want to chime in on? Let the other viewers know about, or anything you feel like you just want to touch on.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, man, to all the viewers out there, in this day and age in the world right now, you could think, things is going, ballistic, going crazy. You could be stressed out, you have a lot of anxiety, but like, you can't really control, the things you can't control. So
that's huge. That's big.
Really, just be aware. Do your research. Don't just listen to what people say, or don't just go based off of one source. I'm not saying what sources to take from, but use some little common sense.
Very edgy answer. Very edgy answer. Love that. Very edgy answer.
Use a little common sense, and just stay aware of what's going on in the world. Not saying to be woke or anything like that, but like just stay aware of what's going on in the world so you can make decisions for your future self and your family or whatnot, because you just never know what's going to happen in the future, what's going on right now. So have a plan, be prepared, and stay aware.
If this was political science, I think you would ace the ability to answer a question and give insight and a point without actually. For real. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you, Kojo. We appreciate your time. For everybody tuning in, you know what? I like to make a lot of promises when I get on this platform, and you know what? Who cares? It's mine. I'm gonna do it again. I know I said I was gonna cover the NFL playoffs and things of that nature. Could do another segment on Lamar Jackson specifically for like a film breakdown. I still might do that in the summer for all my homeboys or all my youngins who like to look into how to watch film and whatnot. But what I really want to do is tap into this boxing world. We got a big fight coming up between Canelo and Crawford in September. Be on the lookout for a boxing segment. Might have some special guests for that to come on and chime in on the pod, or it might be a solo shot. Either way, make sure you like, subscribe, share the content, and as always, we always give the final word to the guest. The final word to the guest.
Be blessed.
For sure, be blessed. Already, hey. Until next time. For sure. Good shot, my boy.
Yeah, my boy.
Good shot, my boy.
Yeah.